Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. It has been a hot minute since I have done a makeup, I don't want to say tutorial because I am certainly not a makeup artist. However, I am obsessed about makeup and have been ever since a very young age. And one of the things that I absolutely love are sparkles. And Sparkle by Monica. I have been included in this year's collaboration with all of the other beautiful ladies who are crafters, and I said to Monica, would you mind if I joined in? And she so lovingly opened up her heart and opened up her arms and said, absolutely, Dee, I'd love for you to join. And I said, no, I've got a couple of things, but I'm certainly not a crafter by any stretch of the imagination. She's like, Dee, don't worry about it. Just, you know what, whatever you feel led to do, go ahead and do. So many of you know that I am a tarot reader. However, because I understand that there are some people that maybe perhaps think that tarot is from the devil, and I assure you it is not. I decided to go with yet another passion of mine, which is makeup, and then incorporate the sparkles that way. So first of all, I just wanted to bring your attention to all of my earrings. All of these earrings have been made by Monica herself, and this necklace as well as this bracelet. This bracelet is my own, and then my rings are my own as well. But yes, these have all been lovingly created by Sparkle by Monica, and I absolutely love them. And every time I wear them out, people compliment me and are like, oh my goodness, those are so cute, this is so pretty. And so I always talk about her. Whether they go and visit, I don't know, but I hope that they do, because Monica has so much love to give in her heart, and I know that she puts that element always into her creation. So if you like any of these pieces of jewelry, earrings, necklace, bracelet, by all means visit her channel and see if there's something there that kind of tickles your fancy. Okay, so like I said, it's been a hot minute since I've been on here to do a makeup tutorial. Let's just call it that. So I have got some updated things that I now do. I have washed my face and I've got moisturizer on my face. What I am going to do next is use a primer, which is something that I have rarely done in the past. You know what? Let me turn on this light over here so that you can see maybe a little bit better. Okay, this is a Prime and Grip Plus 4% niacinamide, or yeah, niacinamide. So I'm just going to put one tiny little pump and then an extra little bit onto my hands, and then rub it around a little bit, and then press it into my face, and then rub it basically everywhere so that it becomes evenly distributed all over my face. And this is something that I had seen so many of the other girls that were makeup influencers, makeup artists and whatnot do, but I have been so allergic to so many things that I put on my face that I was like, I'm not even going to bother to try. And then e.l.f. came along and created their primer, and I was like, you know what, I'm going to venture out and I'm going to do it because it is so inexpensive. I'm not going to say cheap because it's not cheap, it's inexpensive. It is affordable, and I love that. So I just went over to my local Walmart and picked some up there. I'm just allowing that to rest into or soak into my face, and then it just becomes a little bit sticky, but it's not too bad. All right, so that is an inexpensive item, or affordable. But then I've got the Tom Ford foundation, and yes, this is not what I would call affordable, but it is in number 4.7 Cool Beige. All right, and it is, I use this stuff all the time, so I've got about that much left. I'm not sure if you can see, hopefully you can. I just basically put it there, 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 down my nose and across, and then onto my eyelids as well. Okay, then I take my foundation brush and start to just buff it right in. Alright, so you can see that that has just really buffed it into my skin and made it look, I don't know, just cleared up some stuff. I've got this blemish right here. I'm going to cover that up with a little bit of concealer in just a moment. And I am actually going to use the MAC 24-hour, let me just get the proper name of this, Studio Fix 24-hour Smooth Wear Concealer. It's a little bit more on the runny side, but I love this. It's got that little doe foot applicator on the end. So I'm going to just tap that in to my blemishes and then also go into the creases where I get that little bit of hormonal stuff going on, wherever I get that darkness underneath my eyes, and then as a primer for my eyelids as well. And I think I'm okay with the rest of my face, so that's not too bad, right? Then I'm going to use my beauty blender. It has been dampened with a little bit of water, and I'll just go over and pounce this on my face, blend the concealer right in, and really get that one spot where I had that blemish to cover that up. And then underneath my eyes, where it kind of, for a lot of people, can be very dark, and this just provides that extra bit of like stickiness to hold your makeup, the eye color and everything in. Okay, next I am going to use this little tiny quad palette. It is called the Showstopper Eyeshadow ×4. Oh my darling, just mineralism and showstopper. So this is the little palette. I have used this obviously so many times. This I actually use for my eyebrows quite a lot as well, but I'm just going to take a little fluffy brush and take some of this top corner here, floof that all over my brush, and apply it as my base layer for all over my eyes. And I'm going to take it down underneath my eyes as well, just obviously giving it a base again. All right, next I am going to take this bottom corner on the right and taking my MAC, 217, I figured it was my 217, just dipping that in. And what I'm going to do is start here in the inner corner, but not down in the very inner corner, but like just up above the crease, and start taking that over and across my eye. Next, I am going to take the MAC 213, and I absolutely love this little brush for doing the outer corner of my eye because it's got a little bit, it's flatter, and so I can take it up right into my crease, but really keeping it on that bottom line from my eye over to the corner here, and it doesn't get carried away. And I'm bringing that almost all the way across my eyelid, that lower eye. I'll do the same on the other side. Alright, I'm going to also go right underneath my lower lash and just pull that right across all the way, just about right into that inner corner. Same with the outside, make sure that it attaches up with the stuff on the top. All right, then I'm going to take that original brush that I used with the kind of silvery gray color here, and I'm going to buff that lower eyelid out so that it's not such a harsh line, and it makes it a little bit smoky. All right, next I am going to take this little tiny pencil. It is the L'Oreal Volumizing Smoldering Eyeliner, and this is in black. So I have been using this for years. I've got 3 of them, but they are just absolutely perfect for that inner eye, that waterline. And it stays black. It is a beautiful color of black. So I'll just go along the inner waterline there and line that. All of a sudden I think it makes my eyes pop personally. I love that. Okay. So now for the sparkles, because we've got to put the sparkles on before we put the eyeliner. So I found this company on, I think it was Instagram last year, so 2023. And I just want to show you the palette that I have. I started out with a pinks palette. I'll just show you that right there. So all the pinks, and then I got that blue and then the white as well. But this, I absolutely love it. This I got 70% off, I think, when I purchased it. So an amazing price. This company is owned by women. It is a lady of color, and she is Canadian. So it is a Canadian brand owned by women, person of color, and these are all vegan, and these actually stay on your eyes. I have never had any kind of an irritation. If there's anyone that is going to get any kind of irritation, any kind of breakout, it is going to be me. I break out to almost everything, but this stuff I don't, and I am so excited about that. So if you are looking for a good quality eyeshadow that has lots of sparkle and lots of payoff with the sparkle, by all means check out Vani Cosmetics, VANI, and it is located in Toronto, Ontario. So quite a ways away from where I am. I'm in Vancouver, and so Toronto is about a 5-hour flight away from me. It would be the equivalent of a flight from Los Angeles to New York. And so that, just to give you an idea. So yeah, unfortunately, they don't actually give you the names on the back of these pieces, but I'll just show you. I mean, they're quite a good size, and the color payoff, like I say, is phenomenal. So I am actually going to use this like silver color right here, and I'll just show you. I took just a little tiny bit on the tip of my finger, and I am going to dab it on and pull it across, and then I'll get a little bit down onto the lower lid as well, just to give that little bit of sparkle. Then the exact same over on the other eye, pull that across, dab a dab dab. I love how much it sparkles, but in just a minute you'll be able to see that it's not quite as drastic as maybe what it's coming across as right now. Just wanted to get that little extra bit. Okay, so I am now going to take the Epic Wear by NYX, and this is yet again on the affordable list. All right, you guys. So let's just do this really quickly. I'm going to pull out my lower eye and pull this across my eyelid and out right into that inner corner. Same on the other side. All right, then little bit of mascara. This is Lancome Lancome. I'm guessing that it is black. I can't see that, but I love the curved brush on this. You can see that it really lifts the eyelashes up and coats everything. Those bristles are really small and they really grab hold of the eyelashes and get everything coated. It is beautiful. All right, as you see, this is starting to come together and it doesn't look quite as like, bah, as you might have thought right at the very beginning. All right, next step, I'm going to do a contour around my face, kind of up along my cheeks, just to give that little bit of definition, and I'm going to do it too much. There is a tip that I want to show you that I learned from watching Jennifer Lopez. Out of all people, I know that her makeup artist, Scott Barnes, is like the professional version, but that woman, she knows how to do her own makeup as well. So I am going to take this Butter Bronzer by Physicians Formula, and this is in the shade PF 11000 Endless Summer. And this is a really dark bronze color. So I've got this little angled brush. It doesn't have a company name on it at all, but I think they're about $9.99 Canadian on Amazon. And so I'm just gonna pounce that in and then start making a line. See, and that's really dark. I'm gonna bring it up around my hairline because I've got a 12 head, as I've said before, and really pounce that in. And you're probably going to be like, wow, Dee, that looks kind of like scary a little bit. But do not fear, my friends. Okay, so what I saw Miss Lopez do is when it got to be a little bit too dark, I am going back to my original foundation brush and I am going to go over that darkness and just start to work it into my skin, really buff it out, and all of a sudden, it is not as dark as what it was before. And it starts to blend right into my skin and look just exactly the way I want it to. Okay, so that's pretty darn good, right? Yes. Next, I am going to get some blush, thankfully, right here in my little drawer. And this is a two-tone ombre pink to purple. I'm going to try and stay down here with the more purple. Dab that in and then just work it up, kind of like dab, 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 up and around my eye so that it's just kind of very faint, but it's definitely there as a color. Again, that same angled brush that I was using for the bronzer, I bought 4 of these, sorry, and I gave one of them to my mom. It just does exactly what you want it to do with applying blush, with applying contour, with basically applying anything that you want to the face. Okay. Next, I have Jaclyn Cosmetics. The iced highlighter. I still have some left. I love this, and I'm just going to use one of her brushes, take a little bit, and slide that over my cheek. Okay, all of a sudden I see where this is maybe a little bit too dark up here with the blush. I'm just going to go over it with my foundation brush and calm that down just a little bit. All of a sudden, looks a little bit better. So mistakes are never mistakes. You can always fix them. Okay. Keep going with this highlighter, just a little bit on the tips of the cheeks, a little bit on the nose, a little bit on the upper lip here, just in that little V, then some down on my chin. Beautiful. We're getting there, ladies. Something else that I like to do I have this Smooth Scrub Exfoliating Lip Polish with sugar and avocado. This I actually got from Victoria's Secret in a little package, in a threesome package or a foursome anyways. It's got sugar granules, so I just put it onto my lips, smoosh it around, and it's like walking on the sand at the beach, and how beautiful and soft your feet are after walking on that beach, on that sand. Same thing happens with the lips because of the granulated sugar that's in this. Okay, then I'm going to wipe it off. I always have that little towel right over at the side. Then I've got this Shine Plumper Extreme Lip Plumper in Crystal Clear, and this is by Victoria's Secret as well. So if any of you know, the company that does Victoria's Secret is also the same company, owned and operated by the same man who owns Bath and Body Works. So anything that you see at Victoria's Secret, same formulation, all that jazz. And this just has a little bit of a tingle to it, and it's supposed to plump your lips. Whether it actually does or not, I don't know, but it feels good on the lips. All right, next step, just a couple of things left. I am going to do my eyebrows. And again, I am going to use this dark brown here. That is called Jest. I do not know whether you can actually purchase that individually. You can go onto their site and take a look. I'm using a little angled brush, and I am just going to trace along my eyebrows and give myself some definition up there. I don't know how many of you it stresses them out when you're doing your eyebrows, but I know this is something that does stress me out. I overplucked many years ago because I was obsessed with Pamela Anderson and I wanted to look like her. So I overplucked my eyes. There we go. That's good enough, really. Like, nobody's going to be sending me to the runway. However, I can also pass for being presentable. All right, so next I'm going to take this really fluffy little brush, take some of that highlighter, and just add it at the top, underneath my eyebrows, and on top of the rest of my eye makeup, just to kind of all bring that together, to really allow that sparkle to pop. All right, second to last thing, I have some hair mascara. This is by Schwarzkopf, and this is in the color medium brown. I personally, this was given to me by my mom, and had I purchased it, it would have been in black, but here is the wand. It is the same as you would find on mascara for your eyes. So I'm just going to go along at the edge of my hair and add a little bit of color so you can see the difference that makes. Okay, that was a little bit of a glob there, but you can see that it just starts to give a little bit of definition and fills that in and takes away the gray, which is what we want, really, when we don't have time to color our hair every 5 minutes. Okay, and the very final step, I have the All-Nighter Setting Spray by Urban Decay. This is almost finished. I go absolutely nuts about it. And then, of course, I gotta grab my great big fan. Whew. This just dries it off and sets it into my face beautifully so that none of my makeup will run throughout the day. Whew. I love it, I love it, I love it. So there is the sparkly finish to my eyes. I hope that you can see that. I hope that you can see the sparkliness of it. And thank you again to Monica for allowing me to be a part of this beautiful collaboration with all these gorgeous other ladies. I personally do not celebrate Halloween. However, I do observe Samhain, and that is that day that is the perfect balance of dark and light. And it is when the veil between the physical world and the ethereal world is the thinnest. So if you believe in speaking to the dead, then that would be the time to do it. Ask for help with your third eye chakra, whatever, light your candles, do all of that kind of stuff. Look into it. There's some amazing information out there on Pinterest and Reddit as well, and then on different ladies' websites and whatnot. I am still learning about it, but yeah, so for those of you that celebrate or observe Samhain, I hope that everything goes well for you on that night. And for everyone else that celebrates Halloween, I hope you enjoy it to the fullest. Otherwise, I love you all. If you are interested in booking a tarot reading session with me, by all means, visit me at deannlouisetarot.com. I look forward to serving you. And until I see you next, take care.